Hello, my name is V from IELTS speaking. Today's topic is mistakes. Describe a mistake that you've made. Are you ready to confess your mistakes? Shall we start? Let's take a look at the topic. Describe a mistake that you've made. Well, there are actually only 3 or 4 guiding questions, but I added 2 because I want you to be well prepared for all of the possible questions for this topic. Firstly, you can talk about the mistake of letting the grass grow under your feet. That means you postponed doing something until it was too late. You can say you got carried away with something else, like a concert or a night out with your friends, and therefore you forgot to do your homework, or maybe you postponed doing your homework until very late in the night, and therefore you fell behind schedule. To get carried away with something means to be distracted by something, to be so focused on something, and therefore you forgot your duty, or you were distracted from your duties. To fall behind schedule means to be late compared to the schedule that you have set or agreed with someone. And some consequences could be that you didn't have enough time to proofread what you have written. So there were a lot of mistakes, typos, for example, in your homework, in your assignment, or you missed the deadline. And for those reasons, you were told off. To be told off means to be yelled at or to be shouted at because someone has done something wrong. And tardy means late. So you were told off for the late submission. Or you can say you were told off because of the silly mistakes that you could have avoided if you'd had more time. Notice the use of the third conditional sentence here. I believe that it will boost your score significantly. And as a consequence, you felt humiliated because you were told off in front of the class, for example, or you felt remorseful. When you feel remorseful, you feel really sad and you regret doing something. In order to correct your mistake, you can say that you sincerely apologized to the teacher or your boss. Don't forget the preposition to. To apologize to someone means to say sorry to someone. And you may also say you promised that you would go the extra mile to make up for the lost time to complete the assignment, even if you would have to burn the midnight oil. To go the extra mile means to make extra effort. To burn the midnight oil is another idiom that means to work or to do something you need to do very late at night, until very late at night. Or you say you took all the blame. When you took all the blame, you admitted that you were wrong and you would be responsible for all of the possible consequences. Now, lessons. The lessons that you could learn from this mistake could be something like, you realized that you needed to improve your time management skills, or you realized that you would have to establish a set of priorities and stick to the set of priorities. Most importantly, you told yourself that you would never let the grass grow under your feet ever again. That means you should do what you're supposed to do as soon as you can and never postpone doing it because you may not have enough time. Another scenario is being late for an appointment. For example, you can say the reason for that is you overslept. That means you got up later than you should have. You slept like a baby so you couldn't hear the alarm go off. To sleep like a baby means to sleep very heavily, and therefore you can hardly be woken up by any sound. When you are late for an appointment, okay, that may be a serious mistake, especially when that is a job interview or it's a final test. And if it's a serious mistake, you will use the word plunder instead. A plunder is a serious mistake. Well, by being late at a job interview, you made a fool of yourself. Okay. Or you were late, so you missed the test, you failed, and you had to retake the test in the next semester. That means all your effort during the previous semester was wasted for nothing. Or when you were late for an appointment with your friend hit the roof for being kept waiting for too long, and she fell out with you. To hit the roof means to be very angry, and to fall out with someone means to argue with someone and stop being friendly. In an attempt to redeem myself, I went and dined my friend and treated her with a meal. And treated her to a meal. To redeem myself means to try my best to correct my mistake, to make up for the wrong thing that I did. To wine and dine somebody means to invite somebody out for a meal, and to treat somebody to a meal means to pay for the meal. Or you can say, to redeem yourself, you bought a peace offering. A peace offering is a present that you will give to someone that you have fallen out with. You took all the blame. Once again, you can use this phrase. That means you, as I said, took all of the responsibility. And the lesson here could be that next time you will have to keep an eye on the time. That means you have to watch the time and make sure that you're not late or you're not behind schedule. Finally, you can talk about doing something without permission, like playing hooky. Playing hooky means being absent from school without permission, or going out and coming home late, lying to someone about something, like lying to your parents about the test result. When you make people worried, really worried, okay, those people are like a cat on a hot tin roof. Or when you make people really disappointed and upset, okay, their heart will sink. Once again, you can use remorseful to describe your feeling if you made those mistakes. You can say you felt so remorseful for letting your parents down. To let somebody down means to upset and disappoint someone. Well, the consequences could be that you were told off once again, or you were beaten with a cane. A cane is a stick. Or you were crowded for a week. To be crowded means to be not allowed to go out. You saw the error of your ways. That means you recognize your mistakes. You promised yourself that you would never do it again. You started to change your behavior to become better. See the error of one's ways. Well, that's it for the topic of mistakes. Thank you for watching. I hope that the ideas and the vocabulary will be useful for you in the next IELTS speaking test. See you in the next lesson. Toodles!